So today we're going to do a quick impromptu. It's not impromptu because I got the questions right here. Either way, questions regarding menopause. I have 10 questions here that I've been thinking about wanting to ask my mom for a while. So I decided, since she's doing my hair, we're not really doing anything else. Might as well go ahead and ask the questions. Question number one is, what exactly is the definition of menopause?
Oh, good Lord. Okay. It's supposed to be, the word pause, the root part of that is a stop of your menstruation. So that's just the basic of, it's a stop, not a pause. It's the stop of your period.
All right, so on to question number 2. Is there an age limit to starting menopause?
No age limit. It's actually hereditary usually.
Okay.
So people can start feeling symptoms of menopause in their 30s. People like some of my people say that they've had hot flashes.
Okay.
In their 30s, and that's just the hormones are starting to shift, and so it can start as early as your 30s, which I didn't know that until I started doing some research.
Okay. Question number 3 is, what are some signs to look for?
One of the biggest signs is hot flashes, feeling hot when it's not hot.
Out of the normal
Out
hotness.
of the normal hot, yep. Your cycles start to change. Usually a 28 day, and you go to 23 days, and you'll do that for a couple months, and then it's just a change. It's just
anything abnormal.
Yep.
Out of the ordinary.
Sometimes you have brain fog, things that you normally were quick witted, things that you usually have on a routine that you do. So it just takes you a little bit longer to kind of come up with something. That's a sign. Being tired more frequently, not being able to sleep.
Okay.
That's a key, really big sign of it. Achy bones, achy joints. That's a sign. Just different things happening in your body.
Old altogether.
Yeah.
Have you ever started and stopped your cycle thinking you were experiencing menopause?
No. So, conversations never, for me and my family, we never had conversations about menopause. So I didn't know what the expectation was. So I guess I have to go back. So my cycle did stop, and then it restarted. So because my mom has gone on and my grandmother's gone on, I had to do some research on my own to figure. There was always this big push to not have your cycle. So everybody was like, woo, I'm not going to have my cycle. Yay. But they never told you everything that came with that. So the first time I didn't have a cycle, I went for like 4 months, and
so you didn't have any hot
flashes? I didn't have any hot flashes. There was nothing else. So I was excited. I was like, oh, finally, my cycle is over with. Now I can just be kind of like free, and I have to worry about, my cycle coming on and just freedom. Until it came back, and then it would come every couple of months, and then it was like, okay, what's happening? And then this last time, which has almost been like 8 months since I've had a cycle. So menopause is the cease of your cycle for a full 12 months.
Okay.
So I have not gone the whole 12 months. So until you go the complete 12 months, you're not in menopause.
Okay.
So you can go 6 months and it start again. You have to start all over. Then if you go that 6 months and it starts, then you have to go all the way to 12 months. So if it goes 8 months and it comes, it has to go all over.
So
unfortunately, for me, this is my second go around with the 12-month cycle. So I didn't have a cycle for 6 months, and then it came. and then it was not a normal cycle. It was like maybe a lighter cycle. And so now I'm on my second stint of what I'm calling menopause, and it's been about 8 months. So until I complete a full year, then I'm not fully into menopause. So they call that perimenopause. So that's before your actual menopause.
Okay.
So there are many symptoms.
Giving you an idea of what you...
Yeah, it's supposed to give me an idea.
All right. Well, when starting menopause, is it possible to still get pregnant?
Absolutely.
It is.
It is still possible to get pregnant.
Is it dangerous?
As far as pregnancy is concerned, the older you are and with your hormones shifting, it does become dangerous for you to become pregnant after a certain age. So the doctors have said, and I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice, but they're saying that people over 35, that's a high risk pregnancy. So definitely at 50, although people have gotten pregnant at 45 and 50, there are complications that could happen with you and the baby at that age. But it is possible for you to get pregnant at 45, 50 years old. Okay. Yeah, 55. Not me, but that's...
What are some things that have helped you with those symptoms?
Things that have helped me is research. So I did a lot of reading, a lot of videos that I've watched. Going to the doctor really didn't help me because she really didn't have a lot of there's a lot of things that you can do, but it's almost like because your body is going through what it's going through at its particular time, you have to, it's like a trial and error. So
because everybody's body is
different, and your hormones are different according to where it is that time of the month. So the fact that I have my cycle at a certain time of the month means that they're high and low at a particular time of the month. So the doctors really can't tell you. People say that they want to test, but depending on where you are during the month is going to signify what you need at that particular time of the month. So it's hard, but there are some things that you can do. So some things that have helped me is I actually watched a doctor, Dr. Berg, and Dr. Mindy Peltz. I think it's Pelz. And they really talk about the ketogenic diet helping you. They also talk about hot flashes and what causes that. And because your body's hormones are sort of used to relying on parts of your body that don't function when you go into menopause, then your adrenal glands, you gotta watch videos. Your adrenal glands are supposed to kick in once your ovaries and fallopian tube, all of that stuff is no longer functioning. So until that happens, you should get to a better health or a whole food to get some supplements. One was ashwagandha, was one of the things that I tried. I also was doing some ashwagandha, melatonin, but you have to be very careful with the ashwagandha. One thing that Dr. Berg talks about is magnesium glycinate. There's different types of magnesium, but you want to make sure you get the glycinate because it helps you in so many areas of our lives because we are depleted in this nutrient. And so that helps you to sleep. If you have one thing that I didn't mention about menopause is that you become anxious because their hormones are off. And so some people develop anxiety. You've never had anxiety before. You're probably going to have it during menopause.
And that's bad for me because
so you have to start taking this magnesium glycinate. Okay. And because we're already most likely depleted in it anyway, you have to get on it. And it helps you. It helps to calm you down. It helps you in so many different ways. So look that up.
The next question I have is there a test to see if you have started?
So there really is not a test because as I said before, your hormones do a variety of different things at any given time. Like if you remember when you were a teenager, your before you got your cycle, you probably went bananas. That was like that teenager time. This is the opposite. So your hormones are going away, and so when you were a teenager, they were coming in. So now it's the exact and now you're going down. And so it's there's so much research, and unfortunately, the research for menopause is not really significant here because it's mostly men that are doing the research, and so it's really not important to them. So we have to make it important to us. So we have to learn our own bodies. Most of the time, you know when your cycle is going to come. So you have to really pay attention, especially now because it's different. It's so explain how different this feels than any other time in my life. I've never had, Christian asked me this question, would you prefer to have your cycle or be in menopause? I prefer to have my cycle because at least I know what's going on in my body. With
That's
menopause, because I've been going through this for the last 54, as long as I know, 50 years, and now it's like I don't know. So it's hard. It's very difficult.
In your opinion, what is the worst symptom and how do you deal or cope with it?
So my worst symptom is not being able to sleep, to be honest with you, because if you're sleepy or you're tired, you really can't function. So
right.
Whether hot flashes are bad, but if that sleeplessness, because you still have to work, you still have to function, and it's a different level of tired because your body can't even rejuvenate itself if you're not getting enough sleep. So I think that's bad. That's hard. I think,
and that also deals with like your coping skills and your brain,
anxiety, all of that. It has a lot to do with it. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that originally when I first started, I was looking for a magic pill, something that could help me get through this. Your body is able to cope with menopause through your diet and exercise. One thing, I've never really struggled with my weight, but now I am because of the hormones. But I believe that and this is just my personal opinion, is that the ketogenic diet has really helped when you follow it. The hot flashes are not as severe when
it's the sugar.
It's the sugar that's causing you to have those hot flashes because it's something that's unnatural. And people say, well, I've eaten sugar all my life. This is a different part of your life.
Different phase.
Please don't take this sleep. Don't sleep on this. If you have any weight to lose it before menopause. Don't wait. Do not wait.
You said something about the magic pill or the magic potion. I remember when you had bought that liquid. It reminded me of I Love Lucy.
Oh yeah,
when she had the drink.
It. Yeah, my auntie Pete. I talked to her about what they did when going through menopause. So she gave me a name of something, and I'll get it for next thing. And it was something that my grandmother used because she said,
like Vita Might Vegemite. It was like this green it was a pink bottle. And it was glass.
Yeah.
And we found it on Amazon.
Sure did.
And it was supposed to be like this magic potion to help with the symptoms.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, in actuality, God has given you everything within your body to do what it needs to do. You just have to figure out what it is that you need to do for your body. Diet and exercise are really key to this. Eating more foods that are natural, not processed foods. That's really going to help you. Get to sleep. Get your sleep. Exercise is going to help you. And also remembering that this is a time in your life where things are going to be different. And so you're going to have to really pay attention to your own body specifically as to what's going on with your body. You're going to have to read up on some things because people don't talk about it. I went to some of my friends and they were like, oh, it's going to be up. I was like,
it ain't gonna
it's
be
not all, but it's not all right. Why am I sweating all of a sudden? Why is it that I wake up and it's like, no, it's almost like it's a belittling thing. And this is
you can't figure out what's going on,
right?
Body.
And so they're making it seem like it's just you. It's not. It is not just you. It's all of us are going to have to go through this, and so you need to figure it out.
So, is there anything else that you would like us to know? Any information that you?
Something that I want everybody to know is that you're not crazy. If you're feeling blue and unhappy or sad, that it's not in your mind. It really isn't. I know people that feel like, it just must be me. I'm depressed. No, there could be something hormonally going on with you. I suggest that you get more fruits and vegetables, whole foods, not processed. organic eggs, meat, that sort of thing, because your body has done what it's done for so many years. You have to detox. Now, this is a great time to detox because your body has stored all of these toxins, and now your hormones are on the downslope. So it's best to really, like I said, exercise, eat right, get before God, and get your mind right.
That's all we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that it was informational for you guys. If you have any other questions that you'd like to ask, please feel free to put them down below. The noise in the background are my girls. If you know, you know. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Like I said, if you have any other questions, please feel free to let us know. She's going to look for that vitamin and Vegemite and the different things that she's tried so she can show you guys the next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because we will definitely be having more types of conversations like these because I like them. Did you like it? Let me know, okay? Y'all have a good one.